Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an append only stream on this table. Okay. So what is the syntax of creating an append only stream? It's the same thing. Create or replace stream, name of the stream on table, and you have to add an extra parameter over here where append only is equal to true. So as soon as you pass this parameter while creating the stream becomes an append only stream. Okay. So let's execute this one. Okay. Now after this particular point of time, any DML operation you do on this table, okay, this stream is only going to capture the inserts operations, right? It is not going to capture any delete or updates operation. Okay, so let's validate that first. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a row inside my table, the source table 2. I'm going to add a new row, okay, by running this insert statement. So let's execute this. Now the one row has been successfully inserted into my source table. If I select the data from my table, I should be able to see 3 rows. Okay, so let's do that. Now you have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now if I select the data from my append only stream, I should be only able to see one row, which is the ID number 3, because that is the record which you have inserted, which I have inserted in the table after creation of this stream. Okay, so let's select the data from append only stream. I'll see ID number 3 where the action is insert and is the update metadata is false, and you have a particular row ID. Okay, so this is working as expected, that it is being able to track the newly inserted rows into the stream. Okay, now let's do an operation where I'm going to delete one row from my source table 2 where ID is equal to 2. So let's do that delete. Okay, so now one row has been successfully deleted from the table. Now if I select the data from my table and from my stream, what I'll see, from the table I'll see 2 rows. Okay, 1 and 3, because 2 I have deleted. Okay, so 1 and 3 from the table. But if I run the select star on my append only stream, I'll not able to see this operation what I have done into my table, because here I have did the delete. This will not be captured by the stream. So if I execute it, I'll only see that is this stream only captures the old information where I have inserted the new row into my table. Okay, so that means that append only will only capture the inserts operations on your table, not the delete operation. And let's validate the updates operations also. Like let's say you are doing some updates on your table. Okay, so let's update one row where ID is equal to 1. I'm going to update the name from Tom to Elon. Okay, so let's execute that. You have one row updated in your table. Now let's select the data from your table and from your stream. Okay, so when I'm selecting the data from my table, I'll see 2 rows, 1 and 3, where for record number ID number 1, you have an updated name, which is the Elon. Okay, but if I do a select star from the table, this will not capture the update operation what I have done it. So that confirms that the append only stream only captures whatever is newly inserted into your source table. Okay, now let's say if I do another insert over here, okay, by simply running this insert only command where I change the value to 4, ID 4, and here I'm going to add Sam, let's say, and create data as 2. Okay, so let's insert this data, new data into your table. Okay, now one record has been inserted, and if you select the data from your source table and your stream, in the source table you should be able to see 3 rows, 1, 3, and 4, and from a stream you will see 3 and 4. Okay, because the 4 is having the operation, the ID number 4 has an operation and insert, and that's why the stream is able to capture. Okay, so that means the append only stream will only capture any newly inserted rows, right? So let's say there is a use case where you only want to track newly inserted rows in your source table. You can, rather than creating in a standard stream, you can create the append only stream. Okay, now the third, like how do we use this stream in the ETL process, right? That's the main question, right? How does the stream helps to perform the ETL process in your Snowflake? Okay, so first for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a target table. Let's say I have a target table 2, and I'm going to insert the data from my source table 2 to my target table. Okay, so for that I'm going to create this target table first. Okay, so my target table is successfully created. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the stream to insert the data back to this particular target table. So how do we do that? Okay, so since in the append, and in this particular case I'm going to use the append only stream, right? So as of now, how many records we have in the update only stream, right? So if I run this select star, okay, I have two rows, 3 and 4 inside my stream. Okay, but in the table I have 1, 3 and 4. Okay, so if I want to load the data from my stream to the target table, okay, what I have to do is like I have to run an insert statement. Okay, so if I run the insert statement on the target table and selected the ID, name, and the create date, because the stream captures 3 more new columns, right? And that's why I've selected the specific column from the streams and then inserted those columns into the target table. Okay, so by doing this insert statement, we should be able to read the data from a stream and able to insert this data into my target table. Okay, now let's run this insert statement. Okay, I think you should have to create it. Okay, so let's execute this. And 2 rows has been successfully inserted into your table because you have 2 rows into your stream, right? So this is how you will leverage a stream to capture any changes happening in the source table, and by leveraging the stream you will only pushing the data from your stream to your target table which has been changed, right? In your source table you could have millions of data, right? But whatever is being changed into the data, that is the change what you have to move it to target table, and that is where the stream helps you to identify what has been changed, and you are only running or moving only the change data from your stream to your target table. So you are reducing your time of execution also, because in your table you would have more data, but in stream you will have less number of data, and that we can verify over here. Okay, now once you insert the data from your stream, your stream becomes empty. Okay, so if you do a DML operation on your stream, selecting the data from a stream, it does not wipe up the data from a stream, right? But if you do an insert statement on a different object, selecting the data from a stream, your data will be wiped out of the stream, right? Because that's a good practice, right? You want to have your stream empty if you move the data from a stream to some other places, right? So if you select the data from your stream, okay, so you don't see any data as of now. Okay, before loading this data you had 2 rows in your stream, but once you run the insert statement on your particular stream and access the data from stream and load it into a target table, your stream becomes empty. Okay, now let's and that you can validate by simply running a select statement on your target table. So let's execute this select statement, and you see now you have 2 rows in your target table, which is ID 3 and 4, and these are the 2 records you had into your append only stream. Okay, now let's validate the scenario where what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a new row into my source table, which is the source table 2. I'm going to insert a new row which is the ID number 5. Okay, now when I execute this, the stream will capture this particular change, which is the insert, right? Because the append only stream is going to capture the inserts. So now if I see the source table, okay, how many rows I will have? Okay, I will have 3 rows, which is ID number 3, 1, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so these are the 4 rows I have into my source table, but I have already moved 3 and 4. Okay, this one was already there before creating the stream, that's why it has not been in the target table, but after creating the stream I have inserted 3 and 4 into my source table, and that data is already sitting into my target table. Okay, now I only want to move this ID number 5 because this is the newly inserted rows into my source table. If I am doing an insert statement into my target table and selecting the data from my source table, I need to have some logic built into my insert statement where it identifies that, okay, hey, which record has been changed. Okay, where I can do, let's say, join from my table, and whatever is not present in my target table I will insert that, right? So that is a costier operation, because in that case your SQL query has to scan the entire table and then figure it out what data has been changed. Okay, with the help of a stream you don't have to add that extra logic into your insert statement, right? Because if you select the data from your stream, you will only see that you have 1 row into your stream, which is the newly inserted rows into your source table. So let's execute this. You'll see that you have only 5 ID number 5 into a stream. That means that this is the only change data what you have to move to your target table. So that makes your life easier and your queries are also going to run faster. Okay, so this you can simply do insert into target table and selecting the data from a stream. Okay, so you can just simply run this one. Okay, and this is going to insert 1 row into your target table, which is nothing but your ID number 5. Okay, now if I as soon as I load the data from my stream to a target table, my stream become empty, and that I can validate by just simply running the select star on my append only stream. Now my stream is empty. Now whatever changes happen in source table, my stream will start capturing the new changes. Okay, and if I do a select star from my target table, I should be able to see that ID number 5 has been successfully moved to my target table. Okay, so this is the ID number 5. So this is how you will use a stream in your ETL process to move the data from a source table to target table. And what stream is doing is only capturing the change data, right? So in that case, when you are selecting the data from your stream and moving into target table, you are only focusing on the change data. You are not trying to scan the entire table and then figure it out what data has been changed. So that is the important use of stream in Snowflake, where you can do a change data capture automatically without writing explicit logic to identify the change data. Okay. Now the last one is append only stream, and this stream is only created on top of your the last one is the insert only stream, and this stream is only created on top of external table. So I'll just give you a syntax. How do we create a insert only stream, right? So first you need to have an external table, and this is the syntax to create an external table, which will be created on top of a location, which is nothing but your external location. And you need to define what type of files is sitting into that. So first you need to create this external table, and once you create the external table, the syntax to create a insert only stream is just similar to what you have done previously. It's like create or replace a stream on whatever that external table name is, and you need to define this parameter as insert only is equal to true. So that's how you will create an insert only true. As of now, we are not doing this because we don't have any external table, but in the later parts of videos we can work on that. Okay, so this is all about streams in Snowflake. How do we create a standard stream which captures all the DML operation? How do we create a append only stream which only captures the newly inserted records operation in your table? And how do we create an insert only stream which is only being able to create into onto your external table? And how do we use a stream as part of our ETL process to capture the change data from your source table and then move this change data to the next set of target tables? Thank you.